Coach, congratulations. Great team effort. Could you start us off with an opening comment, please?
Yeah, let me start by saying this. Our crowd was through the roof. To see the community get behind this team the way they have, and the crowd just keep getting better and better, and then on senior day to show up and support these young ladies the way they did, I couldn't be more thankful. And proud of the product we're putting on the floor, but I'm proud of the product that is becoming more than arena too. Tough place to play, and that crowd willed us at the end there, and I know our players appreciate the heck out of it. Again, Toledo gets a lot of credit for making that game the toughness battle that it was. They attached to Mo and would not leave her. Once Jazz started going, they attached to her, would not leave her, and it kind of left us in a situation where we had to make some plays to win, and not only did we make enough plays to win, but I thought the big plays were on the defensive end, which is always good to see, and then made free throws to get a big one. So proud of the team for the toughness they showed and the next play mentality, and it ends up being a really big win for us.
You had 4 scores in double digits. You shot around 50% from the field. Can you talk about a little bit what went well in offense?
Yeah, I mean, we shot 47.5%, and that's with 20% in the fourth quarter now. I mean, so we were blazing through those first 3 quarters. And that's the thing, like, we've seen about every game plan you can see trying to keep us from scoring a bunch of points. Clearly tonight they weren't going to let Moriah beat them. And, we've got enough other weapons that, okay, I mean, I don't like that plan. And I know Moriah doesn't like that plan. But, we both have faith in Jazz and Des and Franny and Carmen and Nakia and Ash, and you just go down the list, right? We just had to do what we had to do there. And so to be as balanced as we were was definitely a big part of this game, and if teams are going to play us that way, which I'm sure we'll see it again, we've got to be that much better next time. But you credit Toledo because they gave themselves a chance to win with the plan. And then you credit us for stepping up and understanding, all right, if they're not going to lead Mo, somebody else has to shoot the big shots. And we got it from just about everybody, from Jazz to Franny to Des to Carmen. And that's what it takes to win big games this late in February.
How did it feel to see the team be able to step up on the defensive end at the end of the game with those lines?
I tell you, I would rather win a game like that than coming and dropping 110 any night. I love to see a team that's tough enough to hunker down and defend when they have to. And believe me when I tell you, that team's not an easy team to defend with their athleticism, the way they can stretch you shooting it, and then they've got an all-conference post player. So they really test how deep your defense can play. How can they play multiple efforts in a possession? They really test you that way. And, boy, when we had to, we really stepped up to the plate and just made some big-time plays. And I think the second to last possession they had there, the Woody kid back cuts and Destiny comes over. And, I mean, good night. She looked about 6'9". I mean, just stretched out and made the shot impossible on the kid. And then, we battled to make sure they didn't get the rebound. Carmen runs through it and gets fouled. And then, in that next play, Carmen just absolutely blew up the screen and beat their player to the ball and stole it. And those ended up being the 2 biggest possessions. But, the neat part for me was watching them talk to each other going down to the defensive end, talking about we got to get another stop right here. Let's go. They were taking control. They weren't looking at me for help or anything. We got this. We know what we got to do. And that's the experience that we can put out on the floor. This one's been through how many of those games? 1 million, right? Destiny, Franny, Carmen, this is kind of her first rodeo, but she's got the toughness that it takes. So, All those things go into being able to get stops like that, and really, really proud to see just the look in our eye, understanding what it was going to take to win.
Coming into this game, with your history with Toledo this season, and with the season overall just winding down, how important is a win like this?
Well, you know, when you're playing the end of February and you're playing for something, right? These games become monumental, you know, and we don't ever talk about buys and, you know, what this game means. I mean, we're just trying to honestly win them all. Now, Toledo, because of how good their program's been and how good our program's been, it always is this, you know, and so we knew that. You know, we knew coming in that it was going to be just an all-out battle. So this is what really March basketball looks like. You know, we're about to that. I mean, every game we play from here on out is going to be that. There are no other patsies left, you know. It's going to be this, and then guess what? The next one's going to be just as tough, maybe in a different way. Then the next one, then you're in the tournament, then you're in the postseason. It's like this. So I think it's good to be able to battle through that, because that was March basketball, what we just played through. That was postseason basketball, you know, where no cut's easy, no passes easy, no dribbles easy on either end. And, buddy, you better bow up, because if you don't, you're going to get run off the floor. And our kids get it. Again, they've got the experience playing in these games in a lot of different venues. So, yeah, I'm excited about the win. And, again, with our respect for Toledo, it's always a good day when you beat the Rockets.
Getting a little more into kind of the nitty-gritty when you're getting into the final seconds of the game,
Yeah.
what is expected of the team to get that close?
Yeah, I mean, every game's a little bit different, you know. But today, and I mean, they'll tell you, all I told them was play the next play and play tougher than you did the play before. That's it. Don't worry about a make. Don't worry about a miss. Don't worry about if they make. Don't worry about a call. You've got to be tough. And I told them about, you know, when the referees were going over and looking at the monitor for the 78th time in about 1 minute, I told them, I said, the team that is going to be able to play through this and not worry about it is going to be the team that wins. And we all kind of just calmed down, and we had that let's go about our business look to us, you know. You know, there's other games where maybe some other things are important. You're begging them to rebound or any, you know, we were competing like cats and dogs on the board. So I felt good about that part of it. It was really just, you never know where the toughness play was going to come. Was it going to be on the offensive end? Was it going to be a loose ball, a charge, stepping up and making free throws? Where was that play going to come? I don't know, but I knew we had to be that. And if we got caught up in what had just happened or a bad play, then we weren't going to be ready to be tough enough. And so that's all I kept telling them, just be tough enough. And, you know, I'm a coach that trusts his players right now. You know, they've been awfully good all year. And you know, so if I got to kick them in the butt to get them to be tough enough or pat them on the back, I think I know where their buttons are, and I trust them to make the plays that we got to make to win.
Jasmin, you ended with 20 points on a high percentage shooting. Can you talk a little bit about your
Carmen and I talked before the game, and we've talked all week about making this game special for our seniors, and we decided we were going to work our butts off, and Mo got face guarded, and it just happened that some of those shots were in my hands, and I've put up a lot of shots in February after those 5 games of shooting like 20% or whatever it was, and the ball just going in, and we're running offense, and it's just execution, and it's just going down, and it's been good.
Anything else?
Moriah, so with this game being the senior game and everything just going on, how did this impact you emotionally?
I mean, it's always emotional. I mean, I had a breakdown the other day, but I wasn't going to let that obviously happen today because I knew that we needed to win first, and that's the most important thing. But, I mean, it's emotional, and I am going to miss playing here, and but to go out the way that we did is probably, I mean, it's the best way to go out. when you have a team that has your back whenever, I mean, I'm not hitting shots or they're going to take me out of the game, so everyone else steps up. Like Coach said, like it's, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a great feeling.
Going off of what Coach said, with this game kind of reflecting what March basketball actually is like, how do you guys learn from playing games like this late on in the season?
I think it just shows us that, so if we get in the situation again, we've already done it. So it's like, okay, like you live and you learn. Well, I mean, we learned it in a better way than losing, but I mean, you live and you learn, and then you get in that situation again, and we've already done it. So I don't know.
Confidence comes from demonstrated ability. So when you demonstrate your ability in a game like that, it builds confidence. That's what you meant.
Yep, thanks.
Moriah, congratulations on a great whole.
Thank you.
All state.
Thank you.
Jasmin, great game today, and a little road trip to Michigan, and then a road trip to Cleveland.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.